Hello and welcome to the Comedy Store Live, where you will experience the most sought-after and hilarious comedians straight from the greatest comedy club in the world, the Comedy Store London. As always, we have handpicked 3 incredible comedians for you. Coming up, we have Zoe Lyons and Paul Sinha. But up first is the brilliant Humphries.
How you all doing? You alright? Yeah, it's good to be here. I'm married now. I got married, which is so much more attractive than I am. And I don't even question, even if she broke up with me tomorrow, if she wanted a divorce tomorrow, I couldn't even be angry. I'd just be like, thanks for that. That was awesome. Look, of course I think my own wife's attractive, of course I do, but I know there's a difference between us from the outside looking in, as strangers pointed out in the street. Passers by put me in my place, and it used to bother me, but then I changed my perspective over it. I welcome it now. And something happened, it was like 2014, we were on holiday, and we're getting into a taxi at the end of a night out. So we've been in the taxi queue, it's our turn to get into the cab, and just as we're climbing in, these 3 young lads in their early 20s shouted this from the queue. They just went, "Punching! He's punching!" Which, if you don't know, it means punching above your weight. It means I'm in the wrong division, unless we're talking to her, I doubt it. But I knew what they meant. I didn't know why it had to be so tuneful. And at first, I was wounded by it. And I felt the need to look at these boys, insult them on their appearance, and then the penny dropped. And I went, no, don't be offended. Be flattered. That right there, that's a compliment. And I just went, I know! I don't even have a big dick! Hey, thanks, lads. Have a good night. It's a compliment. Yes, married just over a year, and very recently Natalie stopped taking the pill. Let's talk about this for a second. She stopped taking you jump to the conclusion, she stopped taking the birth control pill, but we are not trying for children. Figure that one out if you can. I've just started wearing condoms now. It's a lifestyle choice. Also, not now. I'm not wearing a condom now. I want to make that clear. You've got to be careful you've got to be careful of boo. You wish I had a condom on. That would be a fucking great time to pull out a prop, wouldn't it? No, I wear condoms because we had a discussion about her pill. I discovered she did not enjoy taking it. It makes her feel emotional and hormonal, and she felt like she was taking it out of necessity. And as soon as I discovered this, we looked into other options. And the first option we looked into wasn't the condom. That was the option I settled upon. The first option was the male pill. I thought there was a male pill, so I looked into it. There isn't one. They made one and it worked, which is why I'd heard of it, but it didn't get put into supply for us men to use because not all of the male test subjects lasted the course of the clinical trials. A lot of them quit because of the side effects. Would you believe it? All of those men pulled out. And that's why I can't use the pill. But that irony aside, let's look into the reality of it. 48% of the men who tried the male pill got acne, didn't enjoy the blemishes upon their pretty faces and quit because of the acne and made the trial inconclusive. That's the first one, acne. The second one was weight gain. 86% of the men put on between 2 and 4 pounds every month. Boo fucking who. Didn't enjoy gaining weight, quit the trial. So that's the second one. So you've got acne and weight gain. You're going to love the third one. All of the men, 100% of the men who tried the male pill, prone to mood swings. And I read this article out to Natalie, and when I looked up at her fat spotty face, she was fucking furious. She was having a mood swing. All 3, full house. It's the same fucking side effects. That's what I'm trying to say. Ladies, you have been resilient to all of the adverse side effects that your pill has had to offer. I've got your back. For the decades that it's been readily available for you, right? But as soon as scientists give men their pill to try, they just went, oh no, we can't give this to people. Does that not piss you off? It should. It made me mad. I was angry for you. I was like, women are people too. I mean, men are people one, but women are people too. Good, you're laughing. That's important. It's important to laugh at that. If you didn't laugh, it would look like I meant it, and I'm not trying to start a rally. I'm trying to highlight a problem. There's a problem right now, and it is that it should be a level playing field with the pill. It should be that we can take turns, but we can't. So until the date's available for Natalie and I've started wearing condoms, and I didn't realise that what I've done with this suggestion, I've changed the whole dynamic in the bedroom. It turns out I had it too good for too long, didn't even fucking know. It used to be that after sex, when I was finished, I used to be finished. Now I've got jobs to do. Now she gets comfortable and I am left in the dark just trying to fumble and nod into this balloon like the most grim arts and crafts session you've ever fucking seen, and I'm stuck with it. And I'm looking at her like, is this an us problem? Fucking like a cat with a dead bird, like I got you a gift. Of course it's a me problem. I've got to fucking take out the trash off I go into the bathroom. Go to the bathroom, wrap it up in toilet roll, put it in the bin and not the toilet. Comes back to haunt you. You put it down the toilet. I'm not making that mistake 3 times. Put it in the bin. Wash my cock in the sink. I've stopped doing stand-up comedy now. I'm just telling you about my day. Wash my cock in the sink, dry my cock on her dressing gown, and then... and I come back through and she's already asleep. It's a role reversal. And it's about time I understand. It's her turn, I get it, but that used to be my thing. That used to be me. I used to roll over and get comfortable while she did this kind of undignified dance to the bathroom. The sex waddle. Oh, I see you all know the sex waddle, Of course you do. This is an everybody joke. Even your granny can enjoy this joke. Oh, don't think about that for too long. It's the sex waddle. That was Natalie. She run off. She used to leave a trail. Yeah, she did. She was like a wounded deer. She could scurry off into any room in the house and I could track her down like a good huntsman. Looks like she came this way. Definitely came this way. That's still warm. Before I go, she used to ask me for a sock. After sex, before condoms, Kai, please hand me a sock. And that wasn't to put over to stop the drips either. That was to pull onto one foot to drag behind her on the way to the bathroom. Hey, have that. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that'd be Kai Humphries. Good night. Thank you.
Kai Humphries, everybody. Up next with her set from 2022, the wonderful Zoe Lyons.
Oh my God, so much lady action. Wow, hello. Hi, lovely to see you. Lovely to see your beautiful faces. COVID's over. Oh, gone. It's just gone. It's just gone. On a Thursday in March. Whoop, fucking went. Gone. So here we are. Here we are. Do you know what I've never got used to over the last 2 years is the intrusive test that we all had to go through to see whether we had the COVID or not. You know, I always thought for such a contagious disease, it's quite involved, isn't it? When I thought I had it, I had to do I went to a drive-through PCR testing centre in Brighton. Now, this won't come as a surprise to you, my friends, to discover that middle-aged gay woman not very good at deep-throating a foreign object in a car park, so... It's not my forte, apparently. Do you know, I just never imagined in a situation like this I would ever find myself in my own car trying to deep-throat a foot-long cotton bud while staring at a bloke in his car, clearly with the same reflex actions that I had. I bit down hard. In the end, it was just easy for me to pass the whole thing through and pop it out the other side. You might want to pop that in a little biohazard bag, babes. It's got a full comprehensive medical history on it. Run a DNA test. We might even find some cousins I'm related to in Canada. So, it's nice to be here. It's very nice to be here. I'll explain the choice of outfit this evening. I know probably some of you are looking going, oh, brave choice for a middle-aged lady, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that. She's come out dressed like a little Norwegian fisherman. Isn't that nice? World's deadliest snatch. It's No, I have to wear the bonnet. I'll explain what happened. A lot of us lost a lot of things during the pandemic, and for me, it was the majority of my hair. It's fucked off. I know you probably look at me going, well, I can see her. She's clearly got hair. She's lying. I'm not lying. This is all I've got left. I've got like a pelmet of hair. I've got like a sort of valance of hair. You can feel my pain, sir, can't you, at the front there? I've got a valance of hair. I'm sure if you grew yours out, you'd also have quite a substantial... do you remember when you were kids and you went to sort of shitty bed and breakfast with your parents and the bed always had like a skirt round the bottom? Do you remember that? Yeah, a valance, yeah. I don't know why the bed was so coy and required clothing. None of the other furniture was... Chairs were quite happy to get their legs out, weren't they? Look at that, fucking look at that, 4 of them, fucking check it out. Beds like that, don't look underneath me. There's some fluff in an old porn magazine. It's largely gone from here. I've got alopecia. Does anyone know what that is? Yes, yeah, that's what I've got it. It's flyaway hair. I know, it's gone, love. It's got, wow, look at your barnet. I've got fucking barnet envy. Look at that. John Bon Jovi. That's fantastic. Mine's stress-related. It's stress-related. You know, it's sort of, people offer you brilliant advice when you've got a stress-related condition. The best bit of advice I've been given is, have you tried not being stressed? I'm like, oh, fuck, yeah, I didn't think of that. Thanks, mate. Oh, holding clumps of my own hair. I should just fucking chill out about this, shouldn't I? And I'm very aware of the irony of losing the hair on my head as a woman at an age when the hair on my chin has very, very much come into its own. It's having an absolute fucking heyday. It really... If there are any women in this room about my age, you'll know you can go to bed of an evening, nothing there. Smooth as a baby's bum, nothing there. Wake up in the morning, full ZZ top, just... Coarse as well, you could hang a Jack Russell off it. It's just... And people love to offer you medical advice when you've got something that isn't a serious condition, let's put it that way. It's not a serious condition. They'll love to offer you medical advice. They don't have any medical knowledge, but they'll fucking go for it. They won't let that stop them, you know. I had a friend who said to me, oh, you're losing your hair, so... I said, I am. She said, have you tried putting some honey? Tried putting honey on your scalp. I said no. Why not? I said, because I'm bald, not mental. She doubled down though. She did. She doubled down. She kept going. She went, no, because my auntie lost her hair and she put honey on her scalp. I said, all right. So did it grow back? Sure, well, we'll never know. She was attacked and killed by a swarm of angry wasps. It's little things like I'm going on holiday, hopefully, for the first time in a long time, like a lot of people in the room, and my passport's run out. Yeah, I know, fuck yeah. Who had a staycation last year? Who convinced themselves it was fun? 3 days in a field in Dorset. I mean, I love this country, but I can't wait to fuck off. Anyway, passport's run out. My passport's run out in between, and I thought, I need a new passport photo, right? But you can't wear the hat. You can't wear the hat in a passport photo. You can't even smile in a fucking passport photo. I can't wear the hat. You know, I can't just go, oh, I'm a French mum artist. You know, I've got a wig. I do have a wig that I wear for telework and stuff. I don't really like wearing it because I don't really feel me in it. I mean, it's my own fault. I shouldn't have gone for a ginger mullet. But, you know, it's... I was making brave choices, you know. Business at the front, party at the rear, and so I thought, fuck, what am I going to do in the passport photo? What am I going to do? And I thought, well, I'll just have to grow out the chin hair, and comb it up. Because it is just the hair here that I've lost. Everything else is fully functioning. Oh, yeah, absolutely there. Back, sack and crack, it's all there. I mean, I could make it fun for myself and see which wins first, the old comb up from the chin or the old under the bonnet. Woohoo, squirrel pube. So that's why we're delighted you came out tonight, because I think it's hard to leave the house as well. I think this is, what pandemic has made me realise is I'm really, really, really ready to fucking retire. Really, really. I'm so good at doing fuck all. I was setting the alarm earlier to fit in more hours of fuck all doing absolute fuck all. Didn't learn a language, didn't do a jigsaw, didn't knit a thing, didn't volunteer. Fuck all. Loved it. I was watching the telly the other day and Elton John popped up. 74 years old. Still going. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Just banging away on the old Joanna like a vajazzled dinner lady. I'm like, why? He's Elton John. If he's not put away enough in premium bonds or a box under the bed by now, what the fuck is... If I was as talented as Elton John, I'd have made a spreadsheet. Or maybe an app later in life, as the point at which I'd made enough money and the point where I could fuck off. Like, just stop. You know, like sort of performance, money, fuck off point, right? If it was mid-song, I wouldn't give a shit. I'd just go. I'd be like that. I remember when rock was young. Me and Susie had so much fun. Ka-ching, I'm off. Fuck yes. It's always a pleasure coming here to the Comedy Store. Thank you for being a gorgeous audience. Have a lovely weekend. Take care of yourselves and good night.
Zoe Lyons, everybody. We'll be back with your final act straight after this.
This show is brought to you in partnership with Ticketmaster, the home of UK comedy. From your favourite stand-up comedians to rising TikTok talent and local comedy clubs, you can find it all at ticketmaster.co.uk/comedy.
Welcome back, and now for this week's final act. Give it up for the marvellous Paul Sinha.
I'm the Cineman, the ITV Tea Time quiz show, The Chaz. There's more. I'm a qualified doctor, qualified GP. As you can imagine, giving that up for this, my mum and dad are fucking thrilled for me. They're genuinely delighted. They ring me every day, including already 3 times today, to remind me when they arrived on this beautiful island, it wasn't their dream come true, that their only son had all the benefits of a British education and became a clown. That's right, 1968, 54 years ago, is when my mum and dad made the same decision half of India made, looked at the map of the world, went, America, too exciting, we're coming to Britain. Odd choice, perfect choice. 1960s, there's your clue. Here are the options. Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham, West Midlands. Forced to sit at the back of the bus. Get to drive the bus. It's a fairly natural choice, I think you'll agree. Well, I'm married as well. Married, me. I was single for the first 23 years of my adult life. Worst thing about that, the weddings. Always sat on the table that I call miscellaneous. Every wedding has a miscellaneous table. 12 people sat around, I have no idea who the fuck everyone is on the table. Single gay men are veterans of the miscellaneous table, because we're always sat there next to or opposite the other gay man at the wedding, and we never have anything in common. It's always me who has to break the ice by praising him on conducting such a beautiful service. But then 2011, my luck changed. Same year I joined the chase, and not a coincidence, I got myself an actual boyfriend. Younger than me, good looking, better looking than me, a trainee barrister, get in. But for 4 years we dated without realising we had absolutely fuck all in common whatsoever. Not least the politics. I don't know where your politics lie, but I'm relentlessly left-wing. He was relentlessly right-wing. The sex was amazing. He liked to pretend he was the late Margaret Thatcher. and that I was the British manufacturing industry in the 1980s. I mean, seriously, you three are genuinely magnificent. I could work through you like Ebola through an African village, given half a chance, but wouldn't know where to start. Yes, I would, you. But, sorry. Just checking the hand fits. So, does, by the way. But anyway, got dumped in 2015. A year later, got back on the bike, so to speak, got a new boyfriend, and then, his name's Oliver, I married him in 2019. Reason I married him was I got pissed on December the 25th, 2018, at Christmas dinner with my family. We're a stretched family unit at Christmas, so I always get drunk. Prosecco the choice. Why Prosecco? Because my sister rang me up once and said, from now on, Paul, every Christmas you're in charge of the champagne budget. So I absolutely love my Prosecco. Got pissed, looked around at my family, decided that I was going to propose to my husband. Well, my now husband. And 8 days later, I'm on a bridge over the River Tiber in Rome. The moon is shimmering in the distance. Of course it's the distance, it's the fucking moon. If you're not aware that the moon is fundamentally far away, let me recommend the quiz show Tipping Point. The moon is shimmering. To my right is the Castel San Angelo, a mausoleum to the deeply gay Roman Emperor Hadrian. To my left is the Vatican, a monument to the sporadically gay Roman Catholic Church. I was in the correct place to make my move. And looking at the Vatican and inspired by everything it represents, I got on my knees. This weekend, of all weekends, you make that joke. I got on my knees and I revealed my ring. And it's a cheap joke, but effective. And I said, will you marry me? And I was so shocked when he replied yes, I made an absolute beginner's error. I tweeted that night. I tweeted that I'd got engaged. Twitter is the rest of the world. You don't tell the rest of the world the day you get engaged. I deserved what happened next, to be honest with you. A website called unilad.com printed details of my impending nuptials. For those of you that don't know unilad.com, there is Lad Bible. We all know Lad Bible, where laddish, lads, and indeed you as well, Joe, print opinions on the big issues of the day. But this is Unilad. This is different. This is Britain's intellectual elite. It's undergraduates, it's postgraduates, it's academics, it's Britain's intellectual future. 4,500 of them decided to post their opinions on my impending nuptials. When I had a read-through, I was in safe territory. This is, as I said, Britain's intellectual elite. Starting with, for him, the chase is over. I'm glad you liked that one. That was literally the best one out of 4,500. I thought to myself at the time, I'm not going to be offended by this. It was cartoonish, it was buffoonish, it made me laugh. I thought I'd use it as comedy. What I also thought to myself is, you're getting married in 11 months' time, Paul. Get fit, get healthy. I mean, you may know, you may not know, that I'm nowhere near as fit and healthy as I'd like to be. In May 2019, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Now, it wasn't unexpected. That same month, I'd fallen flat on my face on the streets of Auckland in New Zealand. I mean, I was pissed out of my skull, and it was 3 a.m. So I went on that website that tells you whether your fall is likely to be alcohol or neurology. It's called TripAdvisor. It's brilliant, it really is. I was diagnosed in May, and the one thing that's happened more than anything else, I've had media interest in my illness, especially with the tabloids, who I refuse to deal with at any level. The Daily Mail offered tact and sensitivity. The Daily Mail, me, the gay Asian doctor. I don't think so. I can see the headline now. Sarky Darky now has Parky. I don't think so. So instead, I fight my own battles, keep positive, keep busy. As far as I'm concerned, having Parkinson's is much like supporting Newcastle United Football Club. You've got to keep smiling even when the shakes take over. And I've got the support of family and indeed a great husband, but I know that one day he may lose patience and just leave me. I'm ready. I've got insurance. I've downloaded that smartphone app that gives you the location of single middle-aged Asian men in your area. It's called Uber. It's absolutely brilliant. I've been Paul Sinha. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you.
And that's all from the Comedy Store this week. Thank you to all our acts in this week's episode. We've had Kai Humphries, Zoe Lyons and Paul Sinha. We'll be back next week with 3 more brilliant comedians for you. In the meantime, go and follow all the acts you enjoyed from today's episode. As always, if you'd like to join us at the iconic Comedy Store in London's West End or at one of our on-the-road shows throughout the UK and Europe, head to ticketmaster.co.uk and search Comedy Store. Thanks for joining us. Remember to subscribe, comment, tell your friends, and we'll see you next Monday.